we will start the new chapter, that is chapter 6, the Indian government. First of all, we will learn about the role of the Indian government. In the previous chapter, we read how a government is formed. So, in the previous chapter, that is election chapter, we have read that how the government is formed. People vote for candidates. So, how the government is formed? That means the normal citizen of our country, they give their valuable vote and thus they choose their candidates. After the final counting, the political party which secure the maximum number of votes form the government. So, after the final counting, which is done by the Election Commission of India, the political party which win maximum number of votes, that particular political party forms the government. Since India is a large country, it is difficult for one government to look after the needs of the people. So our India is spread in a huge amount of areas, right? So it is difficult for one government, that means the central government, to look after the needs and requirement of the people. Hence in India the government is divided into three levels. So that's why the Indian government is divided into three levels, that is central, state and local. This system is known as three-tier system. The powers and function of these three levels are different from each other. So all the powers and functions are given to each level and they are different from each other. Let us read about the three levels of government. So now we will discuss about the central, state and local government in detail. First of all, the central government. The central government looks after the functioning of the whole country. So what is the role of the central government? It will look after the functioning, that means different types of needs and requirement of the whole country, that is India. Its main office are located in New Delhi. So the main office is located in New Delhi. Why? Because New Delhi is the capital of India. The central government is also referred to as the union government. So the other name of central government is the union government. It makes laws and make sure that these laws are put into force in the whole country. So what is the role of the central government? The central government role is to make different types of laws and to make sure that these laws are implemented in the whole country. The lawmaking body of the government is the parliament. So as we know that the central government makes the law, right? So where they make the law? They make the law in the parliament. That means the lawmaking body of the government is the parliament. In the parliament they make the law. The parliament has two houses. So the parliament is also divided into two houses. These are called the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. So our Indian parliament is divided into two houses. So the first one is Lok Sabha, lower house, and the Rajya Sabha, that is upper house. All the candidates who have won the election from the constituency become the members of the parliament. So all the candidates who have participated in an election and who had won the election, they became the members of the parliament. That means member of the Lok Sabha. Okay, Lok Sabha. It is also called the lower house of the parliament. So what is the other name of Lok Sabha? The other name of Lok Sabha is lower house of the parliament. The members of these houses are directly elected by the people. So whoever will be the member of the Lok Sabha, those member will be directly elected by the people. That means when the election will take place, that means this election is known as Lok Sabha election. Okay, and all those members who have won the maximum number of votes and those person who have got a small number of votes, they also become the members of the Lok Sabha. The members meet regularly to make laws or amend the existing law. So these members, that means the members of the Lok Sabha, they meet regularly to make different types of laws and which will be implemented in our country, or to amend the existing law, that means or to change the present law which is already mentioned in our Indian constitution, and they will modify the law. Okay, so this is all about the Lok Sabha. This is the parliament house. Next, Rajya Sabha. It is also called the upper house of the parliament. So what is the other name of Rajya Sabha? The upper house of parliament. The members of these house are not directly elected by the people. Please remember in the Lok Sabha the members are directly elected by the people. Okay, But in the Rajya Sabha, whoever will be the members of the Rajya Sabha, they are not elected directly by the people. That means we do not choose the members of the Rajya Sabha. Some are elected by the members of the state legislative assembly, that is law making body of the state. Okay, so some members are elected, that means they are chosen by the members of the state legislative assembly. That means in each state there is state legislative assembly, that means law making body of the state, and from each state some members are you can say elected to be a member of the Rajya Sabha, while some are nominated by the president. Okay, while some members are nominated, that means they are selected by the president of our India. Okay, the nominated members are important and well known people in the field of arts, science, literature or social service. So who are the members, who all are the members to whom the president of India will choose? Or you can say he will choose from the field of arts, okay, science, literature or social service. So they are chosen from this field. So these are the members who are present in the Rajya Sabha, and they are not directly elected by the people of India. Whereas in the Lok Sabha, the people are directly elected by the people. Hence we can see that Lok Sabha plus Rajya Sabha equals to Parliament.